Okay, looks like we're up. Welcome back to round four of Puckin World Building. We are gonna get right back into it. Once again, the cat is in my lap. He was asleep, saw me moving around, and then decided, I bet he's about to do something. I think it's time for me to aggressively suggest that it's time for cuddles and rubs. I need to jump into his lap and make sure that he cannot do anything else. And that is what he has done. He has climbed into my lap. He has put hair everywhere. I'm just going to put him up on screen for a little bit for everyone to see. Because you're popular. The internet loves you. You're a sweet cat. Now I'm going to put you back on the floor where I hope you will go lie down on the comfy pile of blankets that I once expected to use myself, but you have long since asserted that they belong to you. And I'm hoping I will be able to do the rest of my world building stream. Is that okay? Does that work for you? Alright. So here we go. Just as planned. And no flag. No talk back from you, right? Right? Okay. Here we go. And down. And the cat is disengaged. Perfect separation. Hair everywhere. It is just in every place. Hello. Welcome back to Puckin World Building. To recap, we have created this world, which I am calling the Treasured Expanse. I don't know if anybody could hear that, but he's climbing into his bag. So I've called this place the Treasured Expanse. Not the most imaginative name. I'm not married to it. I think I might change it later. But this is a new world, kind of harsh terrain exploration kind of style campaign that I'm building up here. And the idea behind it is that we have these empires. There are 4 of them. None of them are evil empires. They're all kind of bad in their own way. Like other places that you may live in the real world. The 2 main ones, the 2 biggest empires, Calagar and Saskatoon, have discovered this new continent across the Dreadtide Sea. Again, not a terribly imaginative name. Perhaps I could do better. So, found this brand new continent. This continent is rich with resources. It's a beautiful, expansive landscape. That's incredible. We gotta get over there, get some of this land and resources, yo. We gotta head over there. So Saskatoon and Calagar Empire are at an uneasy peace with each other. They've spent a lot of time at war in the past, but recent changes in both of their governments have led them to accept a kind of uneasy peace agreement. So they're attempting to kind of co-settle this new land, working together to tame this unexplored, wild new terrain. And that is what the campaign is about. It will take place approximately 15 years after the initial discovery. So there are settlements, there's still no people, not anybody who would be adventuring that would have been born on this continent. And so the large conceit here is that the players will go, they'll explore this place, they'll encounter completely new things in this unusual, strange environment. and they'll explore and cope with what is a very harsh place to live. And hopefully learn some lessons along the way. Learn that the true treasured expanse was the friends we made along the way. Because, I love stuff like that. Why not? Why not do it that way? All right. Makes sense? Sound good? Perfect. So last week, we dove in a little bit. Let's go back to my maps. Last week, we dove in a little bit. We started editing kind of the first area of the Treasured Expanse. The first kind of region that the players are going to encounter. We've also done our kind of landing zone. We've established our initial cities. That's in here somewhere. I know it is. I remember it. I could probably get rid of that one. That's an old map. I don't need that anymore. There you go. It's right in front of my face. I used it for a Twitter post today. The Barrier Mountains region. I should probably rename that too. It's not a great name. I'm not crazy about it. Rename everything. None of the names are solid. I can rename anything at any given moment. I'm a loose cannon. So we've established this place. We established the Barrier Mountain regions as kind of the main landing point for both of the empires. We have Promethean Point, which is the main landing point for the Caligarn Empire. And then we have Pride's Reach, which is the main landing point for the Saskatoon Empire. Two empires, vastly different governments, with Caligarn being more of a kind of corporate council. Their whole thing in the Caligarn Empire is you can create whatever business you like and that kind of thing. It's like Rapture on steroids. It's fully deregulated and everything. And in fact, the people who own the largest companies in the Caligarn Empire form a council that we're calling the Golden Satchel currently. And that they are the ruling class, make whatever laws do exist in the nation and, accomplish whatever passes for governing in the Caligarn Empire. Saskatoon is a little bit more of a monarchy. They have a new empress. The empress is the daughter of the old emperor who stepped down, was forced down in a lot of ways because he was vastly unpopular. The empire was at war with all kinds of other empires and all kinds of other places all the time. The people got tired of it, but the princess at the time, before she became empress, was beloved by the people. She was a real people's princess. She was always mingling with the common people. She was well known and renowned. She participated in a few battles. She didn't like war, but she was good at combat. And when it was agreed that her father would be stepping down, she was the people's choice to succeed him. And in the time since, she has taken steps to kind of cool military tensions in the region to ensure that things do not erupt in all-out wars throughout again. And so far, the people really like her. So that is going on there. But they have a bigger problem because the entire empire is practically broke from being at war for too long. That's a thing that happens. War costs money. So those are our governments. Those are where they stand. This is our launching point, and then after that we have our next area. And if we go back to my maps, which I know I'm kind of jumping all over the place. Maybe if I just look this way. So this is where it goes past the mountains. These are the areas beyond the mountains. So we have New Haven Plains and the Ghostlands, and then we have the Shrouded Hills and the Fickle Plains. I did the New Haven Plains and the Ghostlands already. Those are kind of fleshed out and completed. I'll probably do some more detailed stuff for the Ghostlands later, but the idea behind the Ghostlands is simply that during the first winter, in fact maybe the first few winters, because maybe it took them a little while to learn their lessons here, the people who settled in this land found out that when winter comes, and the winters here are very harsh and very unforgiving, But when winter comes, something happens beyond the cold and the wind and the snow. Because when spring came, after the first winter, all of the settlements, all of the farms, all of the towns that existed north of flowing water were empty. And everything south of flowing water remained untouched. And that's where you end up with the Ghostlands, because the Ghostlands was where those lessons were first learned. They still don't know why it happens, but they know that as long as you are south of flowing water, when winter comes, you're going to be okay. That's the big deal. How's it going, Rusty? Thanks for coming out. Appreciate you. Actually gonna pull this up in the thing so I can watch my stream stuff. So that's the recap. That's where we're at now. What did we do last week? We built the New Haven Plains and we built the Ghostlands up. What did that look like? I don't know. Let's take a look at it. Oh God, there we go. This is what it looks like. So we've established 3 towns in the New Haven Plains: Mourner's Creek, Haven Gate, and Light's Watch. We also have 2 large farms here, 2 large farmsteads. There's probably going to be more farmsteads as we go further out. As a tragedy, much of the farmsteads happen to be established in the Ghostlands, so there's just a lot of, well, that place that people don't go anymore, established up there, and maybe people established more farmsteads in the next area that we're going to. We can take a look at there. We established who's in charge of these places. Saskatoon Empire is in charge of Light's Watch. Calagarn Empire is kind of in charge of Haven Gate. But there's a bit of a rivalry there with the current leader of Promethean Point and the founder of Haven Gate. It's a fun little bit of lore in there. I'm not going to tell you all of it. Watch last week's episode. If I recap absolutely everything, it's going to be 30 minutes of me talking about what last week was. Mourner's Creek. Mourner's Creek is kind of a monument town built to remember everything that happened in the Ghostlands in those first springs. It's built to memorialize the people who died or vanished, if you will. The disappeared people who are out there. And then, of course, we have the Haven Woods, which is a place, I don't know, where adventures happen. It's, you know, here's the cool thing about woods. You don't need to fill them. you can just make a forest in your fantasy maps, and most people will assume shit goes down in the forest. And that's probably a safe bet, I'm gonna say. You gonna get Valheim in while you're watching? That's good. I mean, bud, I went deep into Valheim. Oh geez, when was that? Was that over the winter break? I don't even remember. But it's definitely one of those games that you like sink into for a bit and lose yourself. And I definitely sunk in and lost myself for a few days, but I did tame some of those big woolly creatures. I forget their names now. But I tamed a group of them. And I almost had to, because they kept spawning against this big stone castle I created. And whenever they'd spawn at the castle, they'd just start attacking it, and they'd tear the whole freaking place down. And I was like, no. That was bad news. I mean, it is a good DDM. Look, if you don't know what to do with a place, put a forest there, and then you can make something up later. That's such a... I would tell anybody to do that. If you don't know what to do with it, put a forest there and figure it out later, because the forest will give you everything you require. You'll be good. The forest will just fill the space, name the forest. Anything could be in a forest. Forests are mysterious. Forests are inherently mysterious. That's just a thing that can happen. It's crazy. Alright. Let's do a thing. Let's isolate another portion of this and build it up, shall we? And, like, man, I'm doing this. And I really loving doing this bit. Right? I'm already a couple bosses in on my playthrough. Like, I've established... I've beaten a few of them. I could fight the dragon where I'm at, but I just also, like, really wanted to just establish, like, a big stone castle. So I made that my goal. And, ran into some issues. Big, furry, stomping creature issues with my giant castle. But, in the end, I was able to work it out. I tamed the beasts. I built a wall so they would stop spawning next to my house and beating the shit out of my campfire. And, like, my house wasn't doing anything. They're just rude. You know, I know what the problem is. Here's my... well, this is what my problem is. I got this weird shaped land. I don't know what to do with it. Can I go to two places at once on Incarnate, or will that break it? Maybe not. Okay. What did I make this look like? Damn it. That actually wasn't even what I wanted to do. I wanted to just look at it. Okay. So I need to adjust this a little bit. Because in my full map, this disappears, like, into another area here. And I don't need it to do that. Well, now I need it to do that. Well, let's go ahead and create this map and see what it looks like. Confirm. Save and proceed. Proceed. Map has been resized. Okay. Cool. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Hi, Songa. We had an agreement. We had an agreement. Oh man, trolls are dumb. I'm to the point now where trolls are just like, trolls fall before my sword at every opportunity. They're not even a problem. No, we did this already. We had an agreement. You can go lie down in one of your soft places. You got to be firm. You got to be firm with your cat sometimes. Yeah, okay. Keep complaining. Keep complaining. See where that gets you. Alright, so now I need to make this match. And that's the hardest part. Okay. Okay. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to utilize my 2 screens. I'm going to drag this over here. I apologize, everyone. So I'm going to have this here to look at while I continue to watch the chat. Apparently not. You know, I held them on camera. It's all on tape. The agreement was there. I told them, like, hey, I'm going to pick you up and give you cuddles before the show. And that's it. We're over. We're done here. Okay. First thing I got to do is I got to expand this river out a little bit. Wow. This river's a little small. Subtract. Okay, we're gonna go boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop. Okay, it's right in that gap is where I left a little bit. You know what? You know what? I'm doing this on the wrong side. I just realized. I did it on this side. Is what I did. And I left that little gap of an island there. Yes. We're going to go to a circle shape. And we're going to match it up. We're going to match it up just a little bit. So it looks a little bit more like it did. So it had kind of a bulge, and then shit, that wasn't what I wanted to do. Shave it off. I mean, this is true. The agreement seems to alter constantly. You know what? We're going to go back into subtract mode. Oh my god. Sure, close enough. Fuck, close enough. Man, I tried. We're just gonna go. Bam. That's what it looked like. Sure. And we're gonna shave this off a little bit too. Yep. Shave this off on this end. People go, Puck, why you shave the outside of your rivers? I shave the outside of my rivers so I have more land to work with on the map that I'm currently working on. That's why I did it. I was very clear. Okay. Oh, shoot. No, no. Man, I keep closing my YouTube window. Or, like, goddamn. Okay. This needs to go up. Or, you know what? Even better. I'm just going to pop this out. So I can read it. And then this can go away. Hey, Hallowed. God, why did I know that was... This is madness. Okay, that's not even... Where's my image? Oh, there it is. Disconnect. Shrink. Chat. Okay, good. God damn. What the hell, brain? Don't you know how to do stuff? Okay. Now we gotta add the topographical stuff that I forgot to put in. Oh boy. It's like trees and shit. Gotta make this match 1-to-1. Alright, so we're gonna go subtract mode. We're gonna put a big old circle in here-ish. Okay, that's like boop boop here. That's pretty close. That's pretty damn close. I think I nailed it. Okay. Now one's there. We didn't get to see them other parts. But maybe there's a little one over here. Boop. What's with the circular ponds everywhere? I hear people intone curiously. To which I say, stick around, you're going to find out. I'm going to just get rid of that name. But they're definitely around, and they definitely mean something. I'm not going to say, because it's a bit of a secret. It's a little bit of a secret. There. And I made this map too big, which is something I'm going to have to live with. But that's okay. Because I'll handle it. Oh, God. Oh. I'm letting out them sick burps. Alright. That's what happens when you drink only Pepsi and eat cookies all day. That'd be a lesson to you. Alright. And we're just to the edge of where Lights Watch is, which was a town of sorts. It was one of these. That's too big. That's a little bit too big. That is not shrinking yet. Okay. So it would be like here-ish. Okay. What the hell am I doing? Why am I... Sometimes, sometimes I'm doing stuff. And I'm like, fuck, you got a problem. you got issues, bud. And you know what? Maybe I do. Alright, so those towns are there. Those are correct and in the right spot. We had our oak trees, our big oak trees. Bring down the density a little bit. We had them in an area, maybe a little bigger area, maybe not that big. And they kind of went from here down to here, maybe a little bit more density. Okay, and then we peppered them and oak trees up with some of our deciduous. Put some of them's in there too, kind of fan it out a little bit. We brought up the density a little bit, and we put some of our evergreen trees in there. Bam. Mixed forest. just like Mom used to make. And I think that's close enough, and I can focus on the new area now. Oh, boy. Alright. So. I mean, I kind of want to just put a city up here at Guardian Falls. That seems to make sense to me. It's a big old waterfall. I think that deserves a town. Call it Guardian Point. You like Guardian Point? I think it's a good name for a town. It's a big place. Maybe not city. Maybe not city. Let's go with town 2. We haven't used the town 2 yet. We're going to put it right up here. Or maybe the town's just called Guardian Falls. I mean, you know, makes sense. People name towns after, like, geography. That's a thing that happens, right? I think so. I feel like that's real. Okay, I don't need this one-to-one anymore. I got this figured out. Oh, boy. Alright. So we got Guardian Fools. Guardian Fowls. It's right here. And also there were some other willow trees here. And I forgot about the willows. Weep in the wind and the willows. The wind and the willows. God, what's that? Alright. Watched a video today about a lost sandwich. I'm just gonna dot some oak trees about here. You know, give it part of the landscape. They've traveled. Apparently, Disney launched in the early 90s a special sandwich that was served in a cone. It's called the Handwich. And they discontinued it. And it still shows up from time to time in other places. And I found this incredibly interesting when I learned about it. Right, we're going to get some greener terrain in here. I really want this to feel very lush, very verdant, very grassy, full of lava. Just full of lava. No. Okay. Well. No, that's what I have already. Okay, fine. I guess you don't go any greener than that. Well then. I guess it's as lush as it's gonna get. So let's create some farmsteads, shall we? Hello! How's it going? Thanks for coming by to watch. Okay, so now that we've got the Guardian Falls, I think we're gonna keep that as a place. This doesn't need a bridge. There wouldn't be a bridge from the Shrouded Hills into the Ghostlands, because it was established after it's like not okay to go into the Ghostlands, so they wouldn't need to build a bridge there. It's unnecessary. It's not required. I think this is more the place that when they established it, they're like, okay, well, we've kind of used up all the land in the other spots. Let's make this the farmland. So this is the place. This is farms and ranches and stuff. I mean, you could get a Handwich Disney World, apparently. I'm doing all right. I'm doing some streaming. I am building my world out bit by bit. Getting it done. Let's get some farms going. You guys want some farms? It's a good farm. Well, there's 12 farms here. There's a ton of farms. There's a lumber mill. A village. That's just a one building. I think we need some big ass farms is what we need. So we got our towns. We're gonna bring up our farmhouse. We're gonna go with a big farmhouse. God, what other farmhouses options do we have? Let's go with one of these. Let's go with one of these farmhouses. Oh yeah. And then we're gonna put this here. It's like a barn. What is that? Oh, that's okay. And then we're gonna add some crops. Pastures and animals and stuff. It's gonna look real farmy. We're gonna put a bunch of these in here. It's kind of like these fields they've got going on here. Makes sense. It's kind of a beautiful farmstead we have set up here in our Shrouded Hills. And then let's add some of these fenced in plots. We'll put another one over here. And then we'll add one like this. And we'll put it on this side. Just kind of wrap this in real good. So we'll establish this as one of the larger farmsteads. You have pasta? I don't know what I'm going to have for dinner tonight. I have no clue. I'm going to have to figure something out. I'm thinking, after I'm done streaming here, probably gonna have to make some chicken teriyaki with noodles and vegetables, kind of a stir fry kind of thing. Oh yeah, these guys have worked this land. So I've got this big farm established just outside of town here. This is going to be a big farmstead. Important place. Important place. Let's add another building, shall we? We'll add like a little house. Because, I don't know. Maybe this is just like an Alberta farm thing. Slash Saskatchewan farm thing. But has anyone else lived on a farm in which there were just kind of like multiple family homes on the farmland? Where it's like the kids move out and then there's just like another farmhouse on the parents' land that the kids move into. I've seen that in a lot of places. A couple of my relatives had setups like that. Making steak. Disney almost built like a full company town, man. You can... Oh, man, there was supposed to be this like giant town of the future Defunct Land did like a whole video about it. It was crazy. Okay. So I think we got this. What are we going to call this farmstead? I think we could do like a Hadfields and McCoys thing. We have like competing farmsteads going on out here. So maybe we got this one. A small house, big old barn. Nah. No, that's the building I already got. No. That's crazy. Man, company towns ain't ever gonna work out. Nobody wants to live where they work. It's not happening. Alright, there's a little farmstead. We got our big farmstead. Let's make 2 more big farmsteads here. Blood feud! We could do a blood feud. I mean, people like blood feuds. I don't know that they like them, but oh, this is such a tiny house. Put another one up here. Vaughn? What's a Vaughn? What is this in relation to? God, the stream is so far behind of what I'm putting out. I can't believe it. But I suppose it makes sense. Timing! Okay, we're gonna take our Shrouded Hills and we're maybe gonna shrink this down. And we're gonna adjust our opacity. Make it a little more see-through. So we can build more stuff here. I mean, look, I'm thinking a lot of these farm families got dirty secrets. Like, this land is supposed to be a place where people go to start new lives. And that happens when, you know, people's lives aren't so good at home. You don't pack up everything and move to a new continent to start a new life if things are really awesome where you live. It's not a thing that happens. Wait, what am I? God damn it. Sorry, I'm doing something on the computer over here. For my friends, and I'm not gonna talk about what it is. That's all the information you get. Oh, maybe we got like a village. Maybe this is like the farm community spot. Like a whole family of cannibals. Okay, that's a little on the nose. A whole family of cannibals is a little on the nose. That's like Hills Have Eyes shit that we're getting into now. I mean, look, you go to the farm, and something's weird, and oh, it turns out they eat people. I feel like they've done that. I feel like that's been happening a lot. Okay, and then we got like a village, and then maybe let's put one more big farm out here on the edge. Yeah, that's a big old farmhouse. That's a big old farmhouse, and we'll give this one some bigger plots of land. Boop. 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 And then we'll add 2 of these. Nah. There we go. One of these here is kind of like the back lot. Alright. What do I want to call these farmsteads? I think Guardian Falls is the name of this place. I think this is it. Like, I think just Guardian Falls is perfect. Oh. Alright. Now I know what I'm going to do with Guardian Falls. Lightning has struck my brain. Inspiration is fully dug in. And now it is here. So here we go. Guardian Falls. Let's create the notes. The town of Guardian Falls is, in fact, a mining community. I probably put too much of that in the header. All right. Mining community. It was discovered during initial exploration of the area. That there were huge deposits. Full creative process live. That's what's happening. Huge deposits of precious stones and minerals in the Guardian Falls Plateau. Creek Home Farmstead to the rest? I mean, I'm sure. I would do that. Precious stones and minerals in the Guardian Falls Plateau. I'm positive that's not how you spell plateau, but I'm sure it will tell me later that I spelled it incorrectly and ask desperately that I fix it. Which maybe I will, maybe I won't. We'll see what happens. Night is still young. The plateau. The location however, is very far north and danger. Oh. For mining. Thank you. Alright, it's dangerous for mining. It's very far to the north. Further north you are, more dangerous it gets. It's kind of the whole idea around this. I need to come up with a guy who started this. Like, I need to come up with a dude who figured out, okay, we're going to mine the gems out of this place and we're going to do it behind the waterfall. So we'll always technically be on the other side of flowing water if we're underground. So who did it and how? I'm going to say he's from the Calagarn Empire. But what is he? What manner of creature is this? If I go stereotypical, he's dwarf. That's just kind of standard. Miner, dwarf, done. Piece of cake. But what if I don't want to be stereotypical? I mean, it could be. If I don't want to be stereotypical, he could be all kind. Oh, maybe he's an Earth Genasi. Oh, man. Wouldn't that be cool? Kind of want to make him a Genasi. I think he's an Earth Genasi. Cletus Brosman, the Earth Genasi. Alright. Cletus Brosman, the half-elf. Nah, I like Earth Genasi more. Oh, Koatoa too. No, but I do want one of the farmers to be like a water creature. I'm gonna hold on to the water thing. Because I like the idea of it being a Genasi miner. I think that's pretty cool. Effective way to extract the minerals. To mine out the other side of the waterfall. Oh, I'm gonna do a thing. This would always keep the mine, the entrance of the mine, covered by flowing water. Haha! So they would always be protected. So regardless of the time of year, as long as the waterfall is going, they would not have to worry about whatever comes with last light. Be an incredible boon. Empire. I'm gonna say he's Caligarn because they're always the more entrepreneurial people. Usually when somebody's coming up with a new idea or creative way to do things, they're usually from Caligarn Empire because that kind of free thinking is kind of needed to survive out there. So a lot of those makes more sense in the world. An incredible boon. And the Trust a Bro mining company. Oh, I think they should be some kind of domesticated, like, aquatic creatures, and maybe it's a new creature that exists here. Because there is, because I'm modeling this off of Canadian history, rivers were huge for transporting goods during the trade, like the kind of trading posts and trade areas throughout Canada in the early days. So I like the idea of having a creature that is domesticated to help move those things up and down. But I think I just might make up one. I think I might just make up a fresh new creature. Or let's just take a look and see. Let's just take a little peek. A little look-see into what's available. Shall we? Shall we? I think we shall. Aquatic. Mountain, hills, swamp, coastal, arctic. Underwater. Filter monsters. Arch druids are... I think you're taking some liberties in the environment there, Filter. Deep Scion. Dolphins, meh. Dragon tortoise, dragon turtle, giant constrictor snake, giant octopus, giant seahorse, giant shark skeleton, giant white moray eel, juvenile kraken, killer whale, king hecaton. What the heck's king hecaton? Oh, right. It's a storm giant. I knew that. Said I didn't know that. I'm a dungeon master. I do a lot of D&D things. Kraken priest. Marids are too well known. Maybe it's just plesiosaurs. Maybe there's just dinosaurs here. But no. It's too cold. It's too cold for dinosaurs. That'd be weird. Like all those commercials about Jurassic Park and all the dinosaurs are running around in the Arctic like it's no big deal. Alright, we're gonna make up a monster. I'll come up with something. I need to come up with something better because I'm such a nerd. I'm just like, it's a Lapras. It's a Pokemon. A Pokemon helps people move up and down the rivers. Come on, brain, do better. If I make it a crap, Sky will love it. Crapkins. Town spec. Mining and refining gems. Gemmers. Mining and refining them gemmers. Do it. It's a lapras. I can't just make it a lapras K-grams, no matter how much I want to. First of all, it's lazy. Second of all, it needs to be something else. It just, man, I don't know. Yeah, I need to make something my own. I have some ideas, but it's not creature creation time. I need to stay focused. All right, specializes in refining gems and minerals. Exporting refined and raw goods. Goods to return to the empires and supply settlements. Logs that are actually tamed mimics. Okay, so I was thinking about this. Now that you bring up mimics, this land has had no civilization in it. They can't find any trace of any civilization. If anything existed, it would have been thousands and thousands of years ago, because any trace of it is gone. So you have a situation where if there are wild mimics in this place, the mimics would be taking the shape of other things to hunt other creatures. The mimics would not be taking the shape of like treasure chests and barrels and chairs and stuff, because those aren't the things that they would need to turn into to attract what they'd want to eat in this area. Instead, the mimics would be turning into trees and berry bushes and all kinds of other creatures to attract animals, because that would be their primary source of food in this place. So the mimics here are something that you'd likely encounter if you're out hunting or foraging for food, rather than in the depths of the dungeon. Biology. Because I started thinking about it and I'm like, man, I'm going to catch people with mimics in this campaign. Catch people other than Sky with mimics in this campaign. Few taverns, inns, and shops. Feels very rustic, with the town only disregard union mimics. Love this idea. Well, it's just like there are that's the funny thing about D&D. Like, there are creatures in D&D whose entire ecosystem is based around adventuring. So if you have a world where no one is adventuring anymore, the creatures would evolve and change differently. And that's where I started thinking about the mimic thing. So yeah, 100%. People are, this is how it's gonna go down. People are gonna go out foraging. They're gonna find a berry bush that looks just delicious. There's these big ripe berries on it. Looks super tasty, very colorful, very delightful. They go to grab it. Their hand doesn't come away. It's a mimic. Surprise. Or like maybe it's a big apple tree or something, but it's gonna be built to. They're gonna be like anglerfish. They're gonna impersonate things that creatures would go and try to eat. It's gonna be horrible. It's gonna be the worst thing ever. Players are gonna hate it. Town only being established, let's say 5 years ago. Established 5 years ago. It's a very rough place. Yeah, right? Oh, I'm a do it too. Like, I'm gonna sell it. Oh, this looks so good. It's so beautiful and stuff. The first time it happens, the party's gonna be like, foraging is gonna suck. I'm gonna have a table. I'm gonna put it together for that. But, oh, it's so good. It's so good. But that's how the mimics would have to change to survive. I mean, I could lure them into a false sense of security by having tame mimics exist. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. I keep seeing a hair, and I don't know if it's actually there or if I'm just crazy. Nope, it's there. I got it. All right, so the moment you get your player, this is Puck's second DM tip of the day. First DM tip: forests are great. You can put anything in forests. If you don't know what to do with a forest, you fill it with an area, fill it with forest. Forest can be anything. You figure it out later. Second thing is, nobody thinks about mimics until you make them think about mimics. The moment you get your party to think about mimics, they'll begin to like it's in their mind now. The moment your party is reminded of the existence of mimics, they become infinitely more cautious than if mimics are never brought up. It's like, why did you say banana? Like, now it's the only thing you can think about. I love the idea of tamed mimics turning into logs and like moving shit up and downstream. And I may employ it. But if I do, you mark my words on this. We can call back to it later in the season. But it's going to clue everybody in to be on the lookout for mimics. And they may still get caught by the bush and tree traps anyways, because they won't be expecting that from a mimic. So that's also good information. They would probably set everything on fire. They'd probably burn everything down. I mean, but they might not. It's going to be a different crew. It's going to be different characters. It's going to be the same players. It's going to be different characters, though. I'm also going to have them come on and make characters with me as we go throughout and do this. I'm also going to invite some guests to come join me and talk about this stuff. All right. Sorry, I'm typing to people. What a goof. Oh, look, this is going to be great. It's going to be great. entire new world may be purged with fire. It may well be. But, you know, it also might be too cold for fire, depending on when it happens. It's gonna get chilly. Okay, so that's what Guardian Falls is like. Let's name these farmsteads, shall we? There's at least one Lilith in every group. It's true. It's true. There is frequently a Lilith. Alright, what did we want to call one of these farmsteads? We had an idea for what we wanted to call one of these. Call the big one. Fiddleland. Fiddleburg. Fiddleburg Ranch. Call this one the Fiddleburg Farmstead. And you know what? I haven't made a humans in a while. Creek Home? Okay. Make the west one Creek Home. That was what you wanted, right? One-eyed Willie. One-eyed Willie. Oh, Rusty, man. I think you're the only person who remembers Willie. I appreciate that. I appreciate that wholeheartedly. I had a soft spot in my heart for Willie. Glad named Anastasia. Love it. Okay, the Fiddleburg family is a huge success story. A poor family from the Saskatoon Empire. The Saskatoon Empire. They moved to the treasured expanse. Start a new life. And were able to claim a fertile plot of land themselves at a very low cost. We don't need to worry about it. And create a very profitable farmstead. Okay, how many people are in this family? I'm going to say there's 5. I think that's a good way to go. Making a paradise of his own. I mean, look, if I'm gonna put One-Eyed Willie in here, he would probably be an explorer and a fur trader. So he'd probably just be a traveling around dude. I wouldn't necessarily put him in any one town, but if I was gonna introduce him in any one town, it'd probably be like further to the edge of this, like where oh look, I could do it. I could do it. Absolutely. I'm thinking it because there's like with this campaign and with this world, there's going to be like an edge. There's going to be like an edge of the world where you like run out of there's not going to be any settlements, there's not going to be towns or farms after this point. It's like from here on, we're on our own. And I think at that point, at that very edge is where you'd find a guy like Willie. More of a 14, 18 person farmstead. Let's go with an 8-person farmstead. I mean, look, I know it's really big and that looks like a giant, giant ass farmstead, but 18's a lot of NPCs to work out, man. And I want these to be people like people know about. Hey, Ryle, how's it going? I want these to be like people that are known, and if I put too many of them in there, I have to name all of them. So I'm not gonna do that. But I'm gonna create some stuff. Okay. I didn't need to type okay. Family has had their home and farmstead captured in paintings and magical images, is frequently used in marketing materials throughout the Saskatoon Empire. Encourage other settlers to come to the treasured expanse. So this Fettlber farmstead, this Fettlber family is like the poster child. These are the people that they all, oh, you can make it big like the Fettlbers. Like this is what they put out there to people to tell them to come to this dangerous place. Is like, hey, these people made it and they're doing great. They're doing great. And that's why these people have become very important in the society, because they're part of the propaganda engine. If something happens and this whole family gets wiped out, that's bad news. That's bad news across the board for the people that run this place. And they might have some cause to be upset about it. Not saying that's something that's going to happen. I'm just putting that seed out there. I mean, look, Deadlands references are great. I'll put One-Eyed Willie in, but I'm going to put him at the edge of civilization, because that's where Willie would go. Willie doesn't need this safe shit. I'm prized of 8 members. Papa. C. Fedelber. Papa Patrick C. Fedelberg. Family's patriarch. He dislikes the spotlight and wishes he could be left alone to work his new farm. He manages the family's operations and takes care of the farming. With his sons and daughters. Little bird. Human. Kind of looks like generic, kind of grumpy old human farm man. Well, what should the mother be? Mama Fedelber is going to be named there we go. Celeste Fedelber. Excellent. Take that, Thar is done. Mama Celeste Fedelber. Human. Handles matters with the home and is the family's representative in all of the marketing from the Saskatoon Empire. I see. Oh, level 20 campaigns. They get crazy. Completely off the chain. Very beautiful. Dressing in simple yet elegant clothes. Always seeming to be performing. So we've got the father who's just like, I don't like any of this. And then we've got the mother who's like really into it and takes care of all the talks with everybody and kind of runs the marketing campaigns. And and is just really into kind of the fame and notoriety they've gained because of their farm. And then, oh god, son 1, wife 1, son 2, husband 2. Yeah, I'm make it a little gay. Okay, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. I don't know the names of those people. I'll probably figure it out later. But I'm going to add some relations to it. Is this some Schitt's Creek stuff? No. I like that. I'm actually gonna put those names in. I'm not gonna commit to them because I don't want to I don't want to fill these names out until later. Because I'm like, I try to do things in order of importance. And I don't know that this is really important, so I'm just kind of leave it hanging for a bit. But now we've got the Fettelberg farmstead sorted. Hay Hill Village. We'll just call it Hay Hill Village. Small farming community. The local farmers gather to exchange goods, shop, and sell their wares. The operations of the village are passed off from farmer to farmer on a bi-monthly basis. So they just kind of like share operations of the town because it's like something necessary that they need to keep it going. Only a carrot when it comes to the farm work. The simple village offers a tavern, a small 4-person inn, a meeting hall, and large outdoor market area. There is there's little else here. It's just the place. call this? Creekholm Farmstead. Let's call it Creekholm Farm. Let's call it that. What are we going to call? What's the deal with Creekholm Farm? This is one of the smaller ones. Got it. It's home to the Velstish family. Thing. I'm already signed in. Okay, there we go. I gotta go to my empire. I mean, I'm down to make them halflings, but I also want to make them oh god, which empire did I make that? One of the empires has a thing. It's Melangar. Group of halflings from the Melangar Empire. Granted one of the few opportunities to settle land in the area for people outside the Saskatoon and Calagarn Empire. The family has a nurse medium who stays with them and cares for the ghost of their grandfather, who lives with them as well. It's a haunted farm, but that's not the problem with it. That's just how it exists. Because I created it so the Melangar Empire, people just live with the dead. The dead can just live amongst them as the ghosts. This is a cool place. So I like that. I have Creekholm that. Absolutely. So what am I going to call this other place? Let me put this... Wow, no, I'm going to put this... I'm going to make this dude an elf. I'm going to make this dude an elf. Evergrowth Farm. Home to an elven male by the name of Melkar. Melkar, he prefers us to live very privately. No one knows what empire he came from. He prefers not to speak with too many people. Keeping to himself and managing his small farm. Oh, I don't think he passed. I think they brought him with them. I think they lived with this ghost in their home in the Empire, and they moved, and they're like, okay, the ghost has to come with us. Like, that's kind of the way it is, that the way I've established it in the Mellingar Empire. Like, the ghosts of your ancestors living with you is a very important part of their society and their culture. So I think if they made the decision to move to the new place, they would take the ghost with them. 100%. How long do halflings live? That's an excellent question. I never even thought about it. Halflings live for... Let's find out. Small and practical, kind of curious, blending with the crowd, great. Personal pregnancy, totally positive, humans, elves. Exploring opportunities, halflings names. Brave, lucky sides. Okay, halfling reaches adulthood at the age of 20, generally lives into the middle of his or her second century. Okay, so they don't live to be that old. I mean, they could. We could just make that a thing, but... Alright. We got Evergrowth Farm, we got Creek Home, we got... I don't think that needs a name. That's just like to show that there are other farms, but these are the ones of interest. Hey, I think we got something here. I think we got something here. I think it might be dwarves that live really long, if I'm not mistaken. Do gnomes live a long time too? How long do gnomes live? Hey, age. Oh, yeah. Gnomes can live up to 500 years. Holy shit. Dwarves live about 350 years. Elves. How long do elves get? 750? Damn near 1,000 years old. Damn. What about half-elves? I mean, again, we can change any of this to be whatever we want. Oh, half-elves can get to 100, 180. I mean, maybe there was a tragedy. I do... there's something I want to do with the ghost that I can't talk about. But it's gonna be real. It's really real, though. It's a thing that I'm gonna do. And it's going to be very interesting. This place needs more tabaxis and tieflings and, like, fucking weird creatures and shit. God damn. Need some Luxodons in here. Too many races, man. Too many races. And you know what? We're going to add... one of these and one of these just out on the edges here. Why'd you do that, Puck? I don't know. Why did I do it? Maybe there's a reason. Maybe there's a reason you will all know about eventually. I don't know. I'm gonna save this place. And this is gonna be the Shrouded Hills. created. Backstory acknowledged. Place built. Stuff in there. Got it. Done. You know what? We're gonna even make just a little one of these right here. And maybe this one's jagged. Why is this one jagged? You might say, why is it like that? I know why. I ain't gonna tell you guys, but I know. And then this is gonna be just a little chunk like that. And just a little chunk like that. Aw, yeah. That's what's happening. That's what's going down. That's the secret stuff. There's secret sauce in the world that I can't talk about because it's a reveal. You'll know maybe when we play it. See if they figure it out. It's not like my party's ever played through something and didn't sort it out, and just foolishly bumbled through the entire thing without ever figuring out what the mystery was. That's never happened. Just gotta give it the old save. Yeah. Oh, we did good. Let's go back to our maps. So, I created the Fickle Plains way back. Way back when. I actually did the Fickle Plains for a test game I did of this concept that no one ever saw because I was working on something. Oh boy, that's not good. That's bad news, bud. If your computer's crashing right away, that's not so great. Okay, so I like this. I think I might just keep this map for the Fickle Plains. I think it's good. I think the area is fine. It works just fine the way it is. There's just a lot of towns here, a lot of farms. As we get into more of our kind of wild areas, going further out into this place. I think that's great. So, I'm going to keep this for our Fickle Plains map. I might do another larger version. And can I do that? Wait just a ding-dang minute here. What if I did this? Huh? Confirm. Save and proceed. Am I an idiot? If I had the power to do this entire time, and I've been looking at maps and being like, oh, I wish it was bigger. God damn it! I am an idiot! Son of a bitch! Well, that is unfortunate. I'm a fool. I'm a damn fool. But, hear me out. What has been on for over a week? Man, I've just been doing this. Oh, your computer's been on for over a week. I mean, mine barely ever shuts down. And I just... Oh my god, I can just lift the entire area up. Oh god, don't move it. Okay. Sure. Oh. What am I going to do with this new information? Okay, we're going to return to the maps. No. Sure, we're going to leave that. God damn it. God damn it. What a dope. What a ding-dang dope. Oh, you did it now, Puck. You did it now. Alright. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I just need to rethink everything about how I make these worlds now. Because I can do this. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Confirm. Save and proceed. What a big, wide world I've created now. It's going to shrink everything down for me? Yeah. Okay. Got practically the other stuff in it now. I could widen this all up. I'm going to go back. Okay. Here's what I'm going to do. Check this shit out. Alright, edit this map. I'm going to zoom way the hell out. I'm going to put hair all over the place because I'm shedding and my cat's shedding and everything's bad. Edit map details. Nope, cancel. I'm going to resize the map. I'm going to boom. And I'm going to confirm. Save and proceed. I feel so foolish. I think this might be a 2-hour stream tonight because now I've just sorted out that I need to do a lot more work. Oh shit. Yep. Yep, there it is. There it is. So there's the other empire. There's this empire. I fucked up. But that's okay. I can find a way to incorporate all of this and recreate it. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be great. You don't think it's gonna be great? It's gonna be amazing. I believe. That's what I believe. Let's fill this out. Fill this shit out. Gonna subtract this stuff. Away you go. This isn't a photo frame. Maybe it doesn't even need to go that high up, really. Oh god. What is wrong? Why did I do this? So I need to expand that outward. I need to come up with the shape of all this. Okay. I will do that next time. This is probably one of the shorter ones of these that I've done. And I apologize for that. But that's okay. Because I got some work to do. Guys. I gotta make a world that is of a certain shape and type. Oh my god. And I'm going to show you all what it turns out to be when I finish it. But in the meantime, we need to first establish establish that there's this big bay here. And to make this big area like that. Okay. Kind of looks like a heart. Kind of looks like a heart. Thank you, Hollowed. I appreciate that. It's very kind of you. Okay. It's going to take a bit of work. It's going to take a little bit of doing, guys. But it's not necessarily a bad thing. Because with the doing that it's going to take, I can create new, better stuff. I could have this all laid out. So what I'm gonna do, this is my homework assignment. I'm on the wrong layer. This is my homework assignment. I'm gonna have to straight up model the whole world in such a way that it visually makes sense, so that when we go and do the zoom ins and kind of create everything, the layering works. I mean, you know, smart, real smart, cool. I mean, I like that I zoom out now and I can still see the little craters and everything way up high. That's really neat. All right. I hate to call it at this, but I'm going to call it at this. And you know what? I'm going to have some friends coming on. You guys might want to stay tuned and tell everybody else to come on, because I've been talking to some of the dungeon masters that I know, and a couple of them might want to come on and hang out with me on this. So, you know, keep an eye out. I might have some friends coming in to join me to do a little bit of world building on this. Try this whole new world out and give me their input, because there are a few dungeon masters out there that I speak to regularly that I really respect and enjoy their work. So I would love to have them come in and give their opinions on what I've created here. And let's give a deeper. Oh no, that's not what I wanted. Let's go with a deeper ocean color. Yeah, that's what we want. That's that deep, dark ocean look. That's what I like. Yeah, that's what the watercolor is. That's more like it. Alright, guys. I'm going to call it a night for now. I'm going to get to work to try and reproduce some of this stuff. And I... No ass hags. Not here. And the reason's not what you think. I can't have ass hags because I want a lot of the mystery of this place to be in its past. What was the treasured expanse long before everybody came here? What kind of place was it? Nobody knows. If I have too many enemies that are old and can speak, there's an in for the players to figure out how the place became barren and the void of life and civilization. So I need to be careful with what I put in there. I need things that are not overly intelligent, and I need creatures that don't live a long time to be kind of peppered throughout. Maybe I was making a lot of stuff. I'm a little distraught. I'm gonna figure this out. We'll figure this out. We'll come back to it on Wednesday. Thank you all so much for joining me. I will continue to create this world. And if you would like to play in this world, you can hop over on startplaying.games and check out my profile. It's Buck Lord of Chaos. And you can hop into some of the games that I have posted there, one of which I am continuing to playtest this world. This world that I'm creating and building. I have a test campaign in the Fickle Plains that you can check out and give a try. And if you want to support me, you can head on over to Ko-fi and buy me a Pepsi, or just follow and subscribe here. Thank you all so much for watching. We'll do a longer one next time. It's probably better I sign off a little early today. I'm a little tired, so we'll give it a go. All right, guys. Have a great night, everybody, and we'll see you all next time.